What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this one, I'm going to be continuing to show you how to make Indigo Park Chapter 1 in Minecraft. This is part 9, and in this one we're going to be finishing off this whole room, little railroad entrance, I guess. And we're also going to be starting on the railroad itself. We'll just get to this first room, or get this first room finished, and yeah, that is all. So with that being said, enjoy the tutorial, and I will catch you on the flip side. I'm gonna get stuck on every fence here. There we go. Alrighty, to start off, you want to get out the following. Stripped dark oak wood, again. Dark oak slabs, which we will use for planks. Dark oak stairs. Dark oak fence, wow, it's just all dark oak. Yellow carpet, there's something different. Levers, candles, something to ignite the candles with, and I'm gonna go maybe oak stairs. I don't know, we'll see. So to start off, basically what you're gonna want to do is take the what am I going to say? The furthest right strip birch wood of this kind of front row, this guy over here. And going across, you want to place 2 dark oak fence, strip dark oak wood, 5 fence, strip dark oak wood. They should all face up, by the way. 3 fence, strip dark oak wood, 5 fence, strip dark oak wood on the end, and then you'll pretty much bring this strip dark oak back with fences until you're on the last strip birch where you're placing another dark oak wood. The kind of, well, this row of 3 strip birch on the left you can just place fences on top of. This loop here where you have the weird yellow terracotta square in, on either back corner you'll have a strip dark oak wood with a yellow carpet on top of this time, and then the rest is just fences. No pillars or anything. And then for the only other row here on this front end, you'll place another strip dark oak wood with a yellow carpet on top. And extend it back with 5 fence. On this corner, another strip dark oak wood with a yellow carpet on top. And then right of that, I'll go 2 fence, strip dark oak wood, no carpet this time. 3 fence, strip dark oak, still no carpet. 5 fence, strip dark oak wood, still no carpet, and then 2 more fences. Each of these strip dark oaks that you did not add fences on or carpets on top of, you want to place 4 additional ones on top. Hopefully everyone is having a good day or night. I am for the most part. I just forgot the most obvious material, by the way. That's embarrassing. Oopsies. Should give you this. You want to... You have 2 kind of rows of pillars going left to right here. You want to... They actually all line up. Huh, I didn't notice that until now, they do. But off of the top strip dark oak, both left and right of it, you're going to place dark oak planks. And this will include the pillars kind of embedded in the walls on the sides of them that we would have added last part. When you do that, that'll also connect the 2, like, end ones into the wall with that. That's fine, that's what you want. But it'll give you... Wow, I'm sucking to place this. It'll give you something like this. Cool. You'll then connect each of those dark oak planks together with upside down dark oak slabs. Nice. At the back side here, kind of behind everything, you're going to take the, what is it, the 3rd? No, the 4th spruce plank out, which is actually just this end row, and you'll place a row of oak stairs on top. And yeah. You can, I think, get rid of the oak stairs and get out spruce slabs, and basically anything in front of this front row of pillars, you're going to fill in the ceiling with upside down spruce slabs in line with the top row of the wall, which is just this little 3-block area, and then that one room where you would originally enter from. So like these 3 rows here, and also this area. Cool. That was the obvious material I missed, by the way. Okay, so it's time for the candle thing that I was mentioning in the last part, for those of you who remember. Not all of them are on, so I will make sure to tell you which ones are versus which ones are not. It shouldn't be too bad to tell. Yeah, I'm just kind of checking. So basically, whenever I tell you where a spot is, for example, in this front room, you want to take the second row of orange, and out of the middle 2 blocks, it'll be closer to the spot you enter from, and you will have on both sides a lever with 2 candles on top. So, you would essentially, where I tell you the lever is, you would place a random block. On the top of the block, 2 candles. And then you would maybe ignite them if I tell you to, which in this room both are. And then you will replace that placeholder block below with a lever like so. And so again, other side, so lever would be here, which I'll just use placeholder. 2 candles above that are ignited, and then a lever in place of the placeholder. So it'll look like this. Also, as we're here, you just want to place an upside down dark oak slab in either top corner of this doorway. Anyway, off of each of the stripped dark oak pillars, the third block up, in this room here, the third block up, you'll place your lever with 2 candles above. On the outside of both rows, so for this front row, it's the front side, and for the back row, it is the back side. And I'm just going to place all the candles, and I'll tell you which ones are on in a moment. The thing that I hate about the candles is sometimes the flame animation just won't play. So I'll have to... I had to take off my night vision to see which ones are and aren't. And even then, like, some in this area are weird because of the lighting. Okay, on this first row. All of them but... that one? Are you not... are you ignited? No, you are not. So all of the 4, except for the third one, if you're going left to right. So this guy right here, the one closest, well, I guess not closest to the door. The one out of the middle two, it's the right one. And then on the other side, it is, I think, the same, actually. It's the exact same one. So this pillar right here does not, but I guess it'd be the opposite. It'd be if you're going left to right, the second one. Like so. That is all the candles we can add in this room. There are 2 more, but they're for later. In the funny little twisty hallway, however, if we enter next to where we entered the room, on the left wall, this first orange you'll place your lever on top of, with 2 candles on top that are ignited, and then again, you'll just replace with the lever. On the opposite wall, it's the center of the 5, still the same height off of that, and then these are not ignited, like so. Heading into the next area of the hallway, out of, again, it's eye level orange. It'll be this first kind of panel, the further back orange, it'll not be set on fire. You'll have 2 candles that are ignited, though, there. And then the next panel on the right, it'll be the middle of it, with the 2 candles that are, again, ignited. And then the next panel on the left is, again, the middle, but these are not ignited. If you continue around the corner, pretty much same thing. Starting on the left with this kind of further away orange, you'll have the candles above. These are not ignited. And then you will kind of just alternate, I guess. So on the right side, this orange, you'll have 2 candles. These are ignited. Lever below. Next one on the left, they are not. Next one on the right, again, it is the further away orange. This is also not on or ignited. And then kind of at the end of the hallway out of these 2, orange, it's the left one, you'll have the 2 candles. And lever below that, again, not ignited. There is only one in this area, or this end of the hallway, so if you're looking towards the, again, end there, it'll be center of both of the 3 block panels. So you'll start with the one on the left, then the one on the right, it'll be the second one. And then the only one that is ignited is on this thin row on the left, you'll have 2 candles here. And yeah. Essentially, that really placed 3? Really? We really gonna do this? Okay, there we go. It should give you this, kind of. They just, really the main thing you need to know is they alternate, and they're all the levers are at eye level. So, yeah. Very weird and annoying to place. We'll have 2 more of these later, I think, if I'm correct with my calculations. But, we'll see. Before we clear our inventory, get out nether brick walls. In place of anything other than your yellow carpet. And where you have this 3x3 of yellow terracotta, you'll just place a kind of row of nether brick walls going around the outside. I'll place yellow carpets on each of them except for the middle left one. Like so. And if you want, you can place a block in the center. Doesn't matter what block, because you won't be able to see it, but you could go with nether brick. You'll then clear your inventory and get out the following. Stone slabs, which we're going to use for 1 block, I guess. Black stone stairs, and smooth quartz blocks. On this block in the center, you'll place a stone block, then a smooth quartz block. Right of that smooth quartz, you'll have an upside down stone slab, and on top of it, you'll have a regular one. Left of this bottom stone, you'll have an upside down black stone stair facing left, with a stone stair on top of that facing right. Cool, that was all that we needed to do that for. Now, I want to fill... Do I want to do the ceiling here, or do I want to actually do the other area first? I kind of feel like doing the other area first. 2 things, though. Clear your inventory and get out warped sign, glowing sack, and white dye. And head into this first room that we would have started with here, just kind of before this. Just at the top of the doorway and the center off this strip dark oak, you'll have a sign, a warp sign. First line, you'll do the kind of up, like the carrot. I think it's called a carrot, this little symbol. And then you'll count down a line and you'll type 2 trains. And then you'll place your glowing sack and white dye off it. So it looks like this. I use some other symbol. I don't know what I use, but I did one of the ones where it's like the Windows period or whatever, and it gives you the options. Anyway, for the hallway, you need 3 materials. A whole 3. You need bamboo trapdoors, black concrete, and that, again, previously mentioned, banner. So if you head back out of this area, just kind of through the painting, and if you're walking here, you'll turn to the right and just take this banner, block pick it. You can keep them in your inventory if you want. I feel like this one might get used one more time, but I don't remember. And head into the hallway anyway. And you want to be looking at this thin portion. We're just going to be kind of looking at these stripped dark oak pillars and the ceiling here for this full thing. This is the first one. You're taking the second one and placing a black in front of the left half. Next one in front of the right. Next one in front of the left. And then you'll turn and look at the next portion. Pretty much the same thing. You're starting with one on the right off of this second pillar. Between these two, you'd have a black concrete shifted down, but not actually, and you'll see what I mean by that later. Next one back, it'll be shifted down again on the right. And then the next one in front of this left half, you'll place a black, and that is, I think, all of them. Hold on, I'm also going to do this. You want to, from that point, place trapdoors, bamboo trapdoors off of the sides you would think, which is basically just like the bottom and the right if you're looking at it, or bottom and left, whatever. The one exception, again, is that one that I mentioned, except it's not actually a black concrete. It'll be this second one here. Just go about your business placing one on the right and one on the top as well. And then you'll actually replace the black concrete with a bamboo trapdoor, the bottom half of the block, like so. And then the next one is just the same as all the others. That one's now weird, even though it is also shifted down. These trapdoors are annoying to place, but it should give you this. Just a bunch of TVs. I think I had iron bars at one point connecting them, but when I added the strip dark oak, it was just too much for the pillars, so. In the kind of final curve of this hallway, against the, if you're looking at that doorway, the right wall, you'll place the empty 3-block panel where there's no candles on the side. You'll place the banner against the kind of like furthest over block, like so. One thing that isn't really required, but I'd recommend, is placing black concrete kind of behind these bruised doors here. Here's another fun tip for those of you who want to make it so you can't even interact with the door, but you can still walk in front of it. If you take out structure voids and just place a couple like this, you'll see if I click, it does not open the door because I'm interacting with the structure void. You can get as close as you want, you can do whatever, but you're not going to be able to touch the door. And you can do the same with the other one in this room. Something I did, or I've been doing in PPT 3 for the counselor's office. But anyway, I'll clear my inventory from there. I'm just going to get rid of the banner. If I have to come find it again, then I will know where to find them, probably. Or maybe not. Anyway, once you've cleared your inventory, you want to get out the following. Smooth quartz blocks. Stone stairs. End rods. Bamboo stairs. Yes. I don't know why I was like, wait a minute. Diorite walls. Bamboo fence gates. And a painting. We'll leave the last slot open for now. I want to place that painting first. It's on the right wall, again, from the entrance. It's just a little 1x2 here. Right there. I have this one as the horse, so it was out when I did this. What? Oh, you know what? No, it wasn't, because this, I would have redone this room, right? But I wouldn't have changed, like, this over there. I wouldn't have changed those. So, yeah, okay, that makes more sense. Anyway, for the ceiling here, in the center, on top of the dark oak / strip dark oak, you'll place an additional row of smooth quartz on either side, just like on the walls like so. Oh yeah, you'll also need orange terracotta. I forgot about that. You want to take either end smooth quartz and extend it up diagonally in by 2. And then in by 1. So they'll be 2 blocks away from each other at the end point. Like so. I will bring either smooth quartz just repeatedly, like, kind of towards the center across left to right here with 3 stone, smooth quartz, 3 stone, etc. And repeat that until I reach the other end. And yeah, that'll just give you some almost framing. I guess I would call it framing. That's kind of what I think of it as, at least. Maybe it's just detail lines. Who knows? But yeah, this is probably, I think, my favorite change that they made to anything. This room looks a lot better than it did. This and the gift shop after the train ride. Cool. You want to, in the center here, these 2 rows, place upside down stone stairs that'll face kind of towards each, like, respective side. And it'll give you these notches just where these stairs start, and then it'll give you this kind of 1 block in the center that is shifted down. At least it kind of looks like that. Like so. That's like those like Minecraft block illusion videos where they have like the stairs like this, and they're like, no way, guys, I have a block in the middle. That's crazy. How did I do that? Like, it's one of those. Anyway, you want to take the... It'd be the second smooth quartz row in, not the outermost one, but one in. And then you'll count an additional block in from that and place kind of a 2x2 of end rods off the stone stairs from there. Like so. And each one you will also bring down an additional 1 with end rods. I love how they automatically do the directional thing. Unlike lightning rods. Not that lightning rods should, I guess, but, you know. You'll then do... You'll do the thing that I was just talking about with upside down bamboo stairs. If you take this furthest left, or this front left end rod, you'll place a stair under it. You will move right by 1 and turn to your left. Yes, and place another stair. Move right, turn left, stair. Move right, turn left, stair. And that'll give you the exact thing I was just making fun of. I guess that's not the point of it. I am going crazy. I swear I just saw somebody, like, right here. I'm gonna have to watch that one back, for real. That was creepy. Off of these sides of the stairs, you want to place bamboo fence gates, kind of pointing out like this. I might have seen that green. That might have been it. But you don't have kind of fence gates pointed out like this. Oh, no, I'm creeped out. It looked like Steve with, like, a green suit on. I don't know. That was weird. And then on top of each fence gate, I'm gonna place a diorite wall. And that'll just give you some light designs. You could replace these walls with like skeleton skulls. You could use... That's really like the main suggestion I got. I don't know. Not really much else. Cool. These little arched kind of sides here, you'll just bring the orange terracotta up to fill them in entirely. Wow, this room is taking a while. I did not realize how long this was going to take. Anyway, you should end up with this. Cool. Now it's just the back half of the room. So you can clear your inventory. I guess we'll need the orange again, but too bad. And get out the following. Oak planks. Stripped dark oak wood. Dark oak stairs. Dark oak slabs. Dark oak fence. Again, we're just dark oak chaos here. Oak fence gates. We're just oak chaos, maybe. Gray terracotta. Orange terracotta. And anything else that actually makes sense here? Oak slabs. That does make sense. We're going to use the dark oak planks for blocks, I think, at one point in this, just as a FYI. You want to start by bringing this row of oak stairs back with 2 rows of oak planks. You will then bring that, I guess, end row of oak planks down with a row of gray terracotta. Off of the ends of both the gray and oak here, you want to place stripped dark oak wood facing up. It'll just be too tall. That's really the only change there. You then want to extend up an additional 2. You'll then go up diagonally back with a sideways stripped dark oak this time. Back 2. Down diagonally back with an upward facing 1, and then you'll bring it down 3. I'll place an upside down dark oak slab in either top corner. I am just winging this, by the way. I don't know where I want to specifically go with this. You'll connect these bottom strip dark oak left to right with a row of gray terracotta, and then place a row of oak slabs on top. It's not that there's like, I'm following it obviously, it's just like I don't really have an order of operations that seems logical to me. Anyway. I'm going to, this is optional, you don't have to do this, but I'm going to bring this row of gray terracotta back an additional row. Because then I'm going to end up wanting to take these sides and bringing them each up with 5 stripped dark oak wood each. Like so. I then kind of want to do the same thing with these oak planks here. It's the ones behind the furthest end stairs. Only differences are being brought up with 4 instead of 5. But they should be the same height, and also the height of the wall. As a side note, I am placing orange terracotta over the kind of stripped dark oak arches to make them level with the rest of the walls. And then for these 2 pillars, the ones closer to the kind of center of the room, I'm just going to continue to leave gaps of 3 and place more pillars that are 4 tall going across the oak plank until I reach the other end. And they should line up pretty nicely. And it should give you 5 equal spaced spots. From either top stripped dark oak, I'll go kind of in with an opposite down dark oak stair to almost connect them to the other pillars. And then I'll place upside down dark oak slabs in the middle from there. Connecting the bottom strip dark oaks together, I'll place a dark oak fence kind of on either side moving in, with an oak fence gate in the center of each, but the furthest left one. So this guy right here. And then, from there, we can actually fill in our back wall. So I'm going to bring, well, first off, I'm going to take the now furthest left and furthest right oak slabs that I can bring back and place a dark oak plank behind them. I'll place oak slabs connecting those together from there. And then behind, I guess really just the oak slabs, but I'm going to also go behind the dark oak planks. You'll want gray terracotta with 4 rows of orange terracotta on top. Nice, we're almost there. From this point, I'm going to fill in the ceiling with oak planks, just in line with this row of smooth quartz. Really, I'm just going to bring it back until I'm on top of these stripped dark oak and just kind of fill in this big rectangle. And yeah, We'll probably start the train ride and maybe get the first room done. I might honestly push the time just to do that. Because, yeah. We'll see, though. Depends on how long finishing this should take, which really won't be that long, I would imagine not. I don't think it'll have to push too much for that to happen, but we'll see. Cool. We will add the railroad later. That's going to be probably the last thing we do in this room, because that'll transition us into the next. You want to take these dark oak planks that are now just a half slab that you can see, and you're going to continually bring them kind of up diagonally in with more dark oak planks until you hit the ceiling. Then against this top row of orange, you'll place a row of opposite on dark oak slabs going all the way across, kind of connecting those planks together and to the outside, which will give you some nice framework. That is all we can do with this set of materials. So, clear your inventory and get out the following signs. You want warped, mangrove, bamboo, and crimson, along with glowing sack and white dye. And then we will want levers, candles, and we need a block to place the candles on, so I'll just let's grab out netherrack again, why not? And then we will have to set them both on fire, but that's not important yet. So yeah. Ignoring that for now, on the kind of outside, if you're from the room looking towards the end, off of each of these center opposite on dark oak slabs, you want to place signs, and off of this first one, it'll be a warp sign, and you'll count down a line and basically type whatever number corresponds to the spot. So the first one will be 1. Next one will be a mangrove sign with the number 2. Then it'll be another warp sign with the number 3. Then a bamboo sign with the number 4. And then finally a crimson sign with the number 5. And then you'll place your glowing sack and white dye off each. The reason there are 2 warped is because one is green and one is blue. And what green sign is there? Like, you know what I'm saying? I guess birch maybe if you wanted to do, although I don't remember which one's green. I think it corresponds to the colors of the train cars, but I could be wrong on that. I don't remember. Those aren't really the things that I noticed particularly. Anywho, you'll have 5 dark oak planks on these diagonals in total. You will take the center one and count in by 3, and you'll just smack your placeholder block with your 2 candles on top. Replace the placeholder with a lever, and then you'll just get out a fire charge or flint and steel. I found it this time, and you'll ignite them both. That really glows in my hand. Some tutorial recently. What was it? Oh, it was Cheesecake Factory. I couldn't find it because I wanted to use fire charge instead of flint and steel. Anywho, you can clear your inventory, and do we need black concrete for this first room? I think we do, but I don't think it's going to be immediately important. Yeah. So just get out black concrete for a brief second on its own, and this doorway on the left, a block kind of inside of it, or to the left of it, I guess, you'll just fill it in with black concrete. Cool. Get rid of that and get out to the following. You want cobbled deep slate slabs, polished deep slate. Yeah, we're not really enough to make this any longer to get the room done. Rails. Gray and orange terracotta again, because we just can't escape it, apparently. You'll then want smooth red sandstone. Smooth red sandstone slabs. Such a mouthful of a block name. Sandstone doesn't matter if it's what version it is, just because we only have to see the top. And we'll go yellow terracotta. So, from the doorway here, I'm going to take either side black concrete, and I'm going to extend it out with cobbled deep set slabs. From this going all the way out, and I'm just going to go, I don't know, X amount of blocks further, maybe to like there or something. We'll break it if we have to, or we'll bring it further if we have to. Once we actually get this room started, we'll know. But it does go through this entire room, and pretty much immediately turns, actually. Yeah, and then between those, I'll have a row of polished deep set, kind of down diagonally. Like so, or I guess down half a block. On top of the polished deep set, I'll place rails. What are the odds I got that perfect? Very slim, but we'll find out, I guess. The bottom stripped dark oak from the pillars here on both sides, you will extend out with 9 gray terracotta. I'll place 3 rows of orange terracotta on top. And then I'll actually get rid of the gray terracotta and get out spruce planks and fill in the ceiling with spruce planks a block above that. It's in line with the stripped dark oak from the kind of entrance doorway there. From this point, I want to, on the far end, just place smooth red sandstone to... And kind of a, I guess, not a square, like an archway like so, to just go around the same way as the stripped dark oak. Only thing is you would have the corners here. If you're looking at it the way that I am, the top left-hand corner, you'll place a block. Actually, in either top corner, you'll place a block. You'll have an upside-down slab in the center and another upside-down slab below the left block. I will take the bottom smooth red sandstone and this left one, I will extend it to the left by 7. And it'll be against that wall there, which is actually correct. Cool. I'm then going to extend it toward me by 15. And then right by 7. I was so close. And then from there I will go up by 4. Right with a block. Upside down slab. 2 blocks, and then I'll just go down by what should be 4. I am 3 blocks off from being perfectly... Yeah, I'm 3 blocks off from the distance I needed. That's crazy. From this doorway, you'll have the upside down slab in the kind of top right corner this time. I will bring the bottom smooth red sandstone on either doorway to the right by 1 and connect together. The floor of this full room will be sandstone, a block... Or I guess in line with a polished deep set. You could use sand if you want, but I didn't because that requires an extra step. And I wasn't about that. So. Each of these rooms, by the way, for the, like, design on the wall will be block for block. So, it'll take a little longer, but... Something like this I feel like is important to make sure is accurate. Since it is not really texturing, it's more so pixel art. You should have this. For the smooth red sandstone, there's really only the 1 base row, although we have to do a little bit more with each doorway. So we're going to be on the inside of the room, and the doorway that you would start, or you started with on this side. You want to take this right row of smooth red sandstone, and actually every block but that, you'll bring the smooth red sandstone up a row. From there, the top 2 you'll bring left. The other one, the only thing is you're doing the same start, actually, where you're leaving the right row open, but every other smooth red sandstone you're bringing up. And that's all you're doing. I guess they would mirror, but I physically can't, so. On top of the rest of the smooth red sandstone, this kind of base trim, you'll place a row of orange terracotta going around. There's an area in the back center we're going to kind of just, like, not do. You'll see. As in that wall. Okay, so I want to start with this flat wall that is directly next to the doors, because I feel like that's probably the easiest. You're going to go left to right on it. Ignore these corners, just like you can place spruce planks on them or something. I'm actually going to do that with each of the 4 corners. I'm just going to place 4 spruce planks on top, so I remember that those are not included in the numbers. But going left to right to start here, you're going to place 6 orange, 2 yellow, 4 orange, and 2 yellow. I'm going to move the yellow to be next to the orange, just because it's going to make my life a lot easier here. Next row, going left to right, I'll start with 5 orange, 4 yellow, 2 orange, 3 yellow. Next row, 2 yellow, 2 orange, then 6 yellow, orange, 3 yellow. And then the top row is fully yellow, and you can also place one kind of on the left wall, just where that doorway has that kind of corner out. for the other walls, we're actually going to, instead of doing it row by row like we just did, we're going to place all the orange and then just fill in the remainder with yellow. So again, from the doorway that we would be entering from, to the left of it, you're going to take the third orange over and extend it up by 4. The top 2 I will bring left by 1 each. For this left row of this wall, this orange I'll bring up by 2, and the bottom one will be extended right. On the wall that I'm calling the back wall here, it's to the right of the tracks. You're going to leave a gap of 2 from the right side and place an orange on the third block. From the opposite side of this, you'll leave a gap of 2 from the left and place 2 orange moving up on this row, the third block. Right of that, 3 going up. Then on this little short wall next to this archway, again, going right to left, I'll place 2 orange on this first block. Gap of 1, and then I'll have 2 orange going left this time. The rest of the walls I will bring up with yellow terracotta until they're at the same height as what we've been working on so far, which is all of it, I guess. Something like that. How far into this are we? I forgot. Almost at 40, actually. Starting a room is always the longest part. I don't know why. Before we get rid of everything, because we're going to for, so we can get out new stuff, duh. Again, this is still the back wall. So in the back right-hand corner, you want to, off of these first 2 smooth red sandstone, come forward with 4 spruce planks each. Off of the back left one, you'll count forward 1, slab on that block that is smooth red sandstone, and also 1 to the left of that same plank. From the front left spruce, I'll count forward diagonally left and place 3 smooth red sandstone going left. On top of the right 2, I will have slabs. From the furthest left block of that, I will count left by 4 and back 1 and place a slab. I'll then from that one count back diagonally left by 2, slab, back diagonally left of that a block, bring that block forward diagonally left by 2, and on this front block I'll have a slab, and on the middle one I'll have another block, and then that one just stays as is. Against the wall from this block you'll leave a gap of 1 moving forward, slab, block. Gap of 1 to the right, another slab. And that'll give you a bunch of stuff. That's the gist of it. Clear your inventory. We will need orange terracotta again, but it is what it is. And get out acacia planks, mangrove slabs, orange terracotta, black concrete, moss blocks, and we can get out the rail stuff. So cobble deep slate slabs, polished deep slate, and rails. So, first thing I'm actually going to do is fill in the ceiling a block above the walls with black concrete. Would have done this earlier, but we just never had the inventory space for it, so. Still getting it done now, so it works. And we need it anyway for a different step here, which is nice. Bit of multitasking. Not really. Should give you this. From the spruce planks in this kind of corner, you want to count to the third block over and extend forward with 2 acacia planks. Go forward diagonally left, left 3, back diagonally left, back. With the exception of these center 2 acacia planks, every single other one you'll bring up with 3 acacia and then a mangrove slab. Over that center, you'll connect both the mangrove slabs and acacia planks together, the top acacia planks, I should say, with orange terracotta, which will leave you with this 2x2 at the bottom. I'll fill in the top of this with mangrove slabs, and a block within this 2x2 I'll place black concrete for a window. There are 2 quote-unquote cacti. Behind this little rock here on the right, it's the furthest right row of it, this 3 block wide one. You'll place 2 moss extending up. Just kind of peeking over the top. The slab on the left here that doesn't actually connect to anything at all, it's just kind of here. Back diagonally right of it, you'll have 2 moss extending up. Now it connects to something. Well, diagonally, but still that's something. And yeah, those are my makeshift cacti. Everything here is makeshift technically because the little rocks are all flat, I'm pretty sure. Next thing I'm going to tell you is if you didn't bring the rails along, you should have. I kind of just forgot to mention that because I was too fed up with the fact that I was a block or barely off from getting it right. But you would extend the rails until they stick two further out than the wall here. Like so. And I'm going to place polished deep set underneath these cobble deep set slabs. And then from there, with the direction I'm looking, it would be the right slab. I'll just bring to the right by a little bit, like that, with cobble deep set. And then I will bring the polished deep set. I guess if I'm doing 3 rows, I would go under it with a row, and then just extend that out by 2 towards me. And then I place more slabs on this outer edge, and then rails in the center. Again, doesn't matter how far you go, just as long as you're a certain distance, because at the start of the next part, we will bring that further. Also, what you can actually do is this back row of cobble deep set slabs, you can bring an additional 2 rows towards you. Like so. And, yeah. This room will be fun. I think out of all of them, this one and the skunk one are going to be the 2 worst. Finley's won't be great either. Lloyd's will be the easiest, other than the one that we just did, I think. But anyway, once you're done that, ladies and gentlemen, regardless, that is part 9 of Indigo Park, Chapter 1 complete. We're getting somewhere. We're finally on the railroad track. And then, yeah, again, I think these rooms will each not take up their own part, but I think it'll be like a room and a half per part, if even. Maybe even closer to a single room for, like, the skunk area, especially with the extra stuff there. But we'll see. And then once we're done with this, it'll hopefully not be too bad for the little gift shop at the end and then heading into the big area. That's going to be scary for sure. Anyway, that's enough yapping. Thank you guys for watching the video. If you guys did enjoy this video, have a fantastic rest of your day or night, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.